barrage of old new toys continue here in Australia, hot on the heels of the release of Studio Series 38 Optimus Prime. This guy, not the movie 1 version. Now we just got Masterpiece Bumblebee at our local Big W. So here's a video review of Transformers Masterpiece MPM 7 Bumblebee as he appears in the Transformers Bumblebee movie. Now, this is probably my favorite Masterpiece figure of all time. So I've had a lot of G1 Masterpiece figures. This is my third Masterpiece movie figure. I also have that one Beast Wars figure, but out of all of them, I think this is the one that I like the best, just because of how articulated he is, how expressive he is, and things like that. Fortunately, he is not accurate to the movie, but yeah, I think this guy was released prior to the movie getting released, so yeah, what can you do? Anyway, enough of that intro. Let's take a look at the packaging, accessories, and then let's take a look at Bumblebee. Starting out of the box, this is the same box that we've been seeing from Masterpiece figures for the longest time now. So it says Masterpiece Movie Series. He is a licensed Volkswagen Beetle. He comes from the Bumblebee movie. He is MPM 7 Bumblebee. He is an Autobot, in case you don't know. The side is a picture of Bumblebee in robot and car mode. The top, it says Masterpiece Movie. Volkswagen Beetle mode on the other side, and at the back is him in his robot mode and Beetle, Volkswagen Beetle mode, and some optional things like the hidden missile bay on the chest, mobile mask, articulated hands. I love the articulated hands on this guy, and the Stinger sword and Stinger blaster. Nothing much at the bottom. So aside from the accessories and the figure itself, he does come with this nifty set of instructions. They are clear, they're really clear, so they do help in transforming him, so that's a plus. The transformation itself is a bit finicky. It's not hard, it's much better than Ironhide's, but and he also comes with this, I guess, just copyright piece of paper. In terms of actual accessories, he comes with this Stinger sword, and the Stinger sword comes with this Cybertronian symbols there, nicely detailed and painted. Has two pegs, one there and one there. I'll show you how that attaches to the figure later on. He also comes with the Stinger blaster, which is also nicely painted. I wish the yellow matches the figure better, but no, it doesn't really matter as it is a weapon accessory. Yeah, and there's a peg holes there, a peg hole, those attached to the figure. So I'll show you that later on as well. And he does come with this battle mask. Unfortunately, mine is not as cleanly painted. I don't know if it is that visible here on camera, but look there, there's some paint imperfections there, which is unfortunate, but anyway, I usually just pose him in his vanilla scheme without the weapons and the face mask, so yeah, one peg hole there as well. And these weapons do combine for attaching to vehicle mode, and I'll show you that later when I attach them. In robot mode though, there is specific places for you to store these accessories. So the face mask can attach onto either that side or that side. There is a clear plastic peg there in there, and what you do is you just peg that into that hole right there, and that does peg in securely. And then for the weapons, you use this side peg, not the back peg. That back peg is quite deep, so you peg that to that hole as such. And on the other side, that other slot there, you peg that black peg there. So just yep, not too bad. Now looking at Bumblebee himself, as I've said, he is a really nice looking figure. He does have the wheels and the door wings, which has been staple of Transformers since G1, but in the case of the movie, he didn't have those. So in the movie, those folded at the back pretty cleanly, which gives him a more G1 Bumblebee silhouette, and I actually prefer that. But in any case, how he is now is not too bad. So taking a closer look at the figure, he has this very nice face sculpt, very expressive. Even if you know there's no actual mouthpiece and all that, it is very expressive, and it is very cleanly and nicely painted. See all those silver paint details. I don't know if you can see it, but eyes are blue. There's all these silver lines on the helmet, which is nice. Very faithful to the movie. Going down to the chest, there are variations of yellow and red on the chest, and this will be more apparent in robot mode later on, because he does come in this slightly rusted color scheme, which is nice. This is a fake grill piece, front bonnet piece, but that's not too bad, I guess. Lots of robotic detail there, which is accurate to the movie as well, which is nice. Really nicely painted, can't really complain. Different levels of gray and black there. Yeah, really nice. And he does come with a lot of die cast. So first off, before I show you that die cast, you can raise this, and then that exposes these hidden missile pods. It's also nicely painted in silver and red. Now with that up, I'll show you these. This part is die cast. This part is die cast. I don't think the crotch piece is die cast, but I do know this is die cast. This front flap, this particular flap, and this whole toe piece is also die cast, and it gives him a bit of heft. Like if you compare like a normal Voyager and this is a lot heftier, which is good. Gives you that premium feel. Now looking at the side, again, really nice. I wish his backpack was a little more compact, but what can you do? Still, I love how the back of the car compresses into the feet, which is also really nice. I love how the wheels are hidden right there, which is accurate to the movie as well. The back is probably the worst part in terms of the look, just because of this unsightly big bonnet piece. In any case, that is the back anyway, so we won't be showing that back part. Also, this panel, I think this is unnecessary. I don't know why they chose to put that panel there. I'll show you later on transformation, because you could have easily not put that there, and it made the arm look a little bit better. What can you do? There's this neat mechanical detail right there, so as you can see, if his leg is straight like that, but if you put him in a slight stance, there's like 2 bars connected to the thing. I don't know if you can see it, but that's a nice little touch there. Now to arm him up, what you do is, first, let me remove the weapons. Let's try arming him up. Okay, So to put his helmet on, this is fairly unique. This is the first time I've seen this kind of thing. So what you do is you raise just that top part, and then you remove the top of his helmet, this part, and this part, just so you know, it does peg as well in the same place. So pegs better on the other side, I don't know why. Yep. So you shouldn't be afraid of losing it. Anyway, continuing on, you just replace that top of the helmet with the face mask, and I think that's really nicely implemented. You don't see any part of his unmasked face, which is good. And those compound eyes, man, so nice. I wish mine were a little bit cleanly painted. What can you do? He does look suitably menacing with the helmet. It's funny how in the movie, right, just flipping the helmet down, he turns into, from this really cute looking robot, into a full-fledged battle machine, war machine. Yeah, nice touch. Now to put the gun in, this is also pretty novel as well. So just fold that thumb and then straighten out the fingers so that they are, you know, together. Now what you do is you insert those fingers into this gap here. Oops, wrong way. And then that part of the thumb you try and put in this general gap here. So it takes a bit of getting used to the first time, but after the first time it's not too bad. Okay, harder on camera. There you go. Now there's a peg right there. Camera, focus, focus. That black peg will peg into the middle hole there. So do that again, and then just peg that in. There you go. And I think focus camera, I think that is very well done. I don't know about you guys, you can barely see the hands, which is nice. I guess the worst part is that there's this protruded part there. I wish this was a bit smaller, but then they wouldn't have been able to implement this in this way if not for that size. Now lastly, this is probably the simplest one. So there is a peg hole there, and you just peg that there, and it does look well integrated. Doesn't look foreign to the arm. It does look like the arm just split open and the blade came out. So yeah, not a bad looking robot. Now going through the articulation, it's gonna be the same with or without the valve mask, but yeah, you can look slightly down, slightly up, not too much, some side to side, which is good for some emotive poses, and then just go all the way around. The arms will be hindered by the wings, although you can position the wings so that they don't hinder. Let me see. You can position the wings so that they are folded back as such, and that, you know, gives you a little bit more clearance, but yeah, it will always be there. So you can turn this all the way around if the wings weren't there, but even with it, you can do everything that you need to, I guess. Can go that way to the side, that much to the side. The bottom of the elbow, there is a swivel, and there is a hinge which goes a little bit more than 90. The hands, the wrist has a swivel and then a hinge, so you just go up and down and all the way around. The thumb has two joints, one at the base of the hand and one at the middle, so you can go that way, and you can swivel. Fortunately, only goes that way, doesn't go that way. Now the fingers, each are, there's one pin going all three, but they are on individual hinges, so you can move them, you know, all sorts of poses. And then the pointing finger has an extra joint, so yeah, very emotive hands. You can do sorry, you can do something like I just did, the Thanos snap, or no, you can do a pretty convincing fist as well. You can do relaxed hands, and while I'm not gonna show it in the camera, you can do I hate someone at the office hands, and I do that at times. Yeah, so going more onto the articulation, you just have a waist swivel, legs that go all the way out, which is really impressive. Upper thigh swivel, doesn't go all the way, but you know, enough. Knees that unfortunately don't go to 90. You can, you know, unhinge this and get more, but you know, not much more anyway. So yeah, that's the worst part of the articulation. And then the feet, they do go in a little bit out, and the toe goes a little bit up, not too much. All in all, enough for most, you know, most poses. And here's Masterpiece Bumblebee with Siege Sideswipe and Powder Primes Dreadwind. And just because I have these guys right near me, he is beside a couple of recent Voyagers, Siege Soundwave and Studio Series 38 Optimus Prime, so roughly Voyager scale. And here's movie Bumblebee with the other two versions of himself from the movie. Here is the Legends class scale figure, the Studio Series, and of course a Masterpiece. And it's funny how this guy doesn't have all the doorways, so it makes him a little bit more accurate than the others. Okay, here he is beside a couple of Masterpiece figures. Here he is with Masterpiece movie Ironhide and Masterpiece Optimus Primal. Don't expect me to transform and compare these guys. I hate transforming that guy. I love him, looks nice, poses well, but he's yeah, it takes a long time to transform him, so no comparison there. Here he is with Masterpiece Movie 1 Bumblebee, not the best pose. Yeah, let's clean him up a little bit. There you go. So apparently he grew in size a couple of inches after he took the camera mode. Here he is with Paul Rudd and Mark Ruffalo on a scooter, and yeah, he is about the same size as a Marvel Legends. Okay, slight boo-boo. I spent the last 20 minutes transforming this guy into VW mode, talking to myself before I realized that the video was turned off. Oh well, what can you do? I'll probably just post a update video one of these days, show you the transformation to and from. But as you can see, you know, if you transform him well, it does sit flush, very clean. I know I did something wrong just because it doesn't roll well. This die-cast piece is catching, so if you transform him well, which I've done a couple of times, it should roll, but in this case it's not rolling, so something wrong there. I'll figure it out and I'll show you during the transformation video if I do post it, if I get enough views, I guess. Now, weapons storage, you can combine the weapons. Yep, just peg that there and then peg this here And then those two peg holes, you just peg the tail lights, tail pipes, and that is weapon storage. Now unfortunately it is loose, so don't rely on that if you wanna keep him in vehicle mode, which no one will anyway. Now looking at the vehicle himself, see, I like this orange rust lines going through the side of the figure. I wish it had more, but as it is, it gives you that old battered VW look, which I like. Not VW look, but old battered vehicle look, which I do like. Now it does have a lot of silver painted details on the handles, that silver stripe there, the silver side skirt there, which is nice. Has only one side mirror, which some VWs had at that time. Clear plastic red tail lights, which is nice. And I love the effect on the clear plastic red painted silver headlights. It does look like a real headlight, I don't know. And turn lights are nice as well. Blue clear plastic for the windshield, and of course painted rims. So yeah, not too bad. Now just for some quick size comparisons, here he is with Siege Sideswipe and Siege Dreadwind, just so you know how big he is. Here he is with the two others Bumblebee figures that we've had from the main line. This is Studio Series Bumblebee, and this is the cute Legend Cast Bumblebee. And of course, while we're here, just following quickly, this guy again, our latest Bumblebee with our first Bumblebee. So yeah, not too bad. Okay, so final thoughts. Should you be getting this guy? By all means, yes. I like the whole, no new look that these new Transformers have from the Bumblebee movie. They look a lot less convoluted, and a lot more like they can actually transform. If that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense. And I just like the whole personality that Bumblebee has in that new movie. So yeah, just like the figure itself, has, like I said, has a bit of die cast, which is always nice, and it has a very good range of articulation except for the knee, and he is very emotive, which that's something I always like with a figure. Yeah, so if you can track him down, go for it. If you live in Australia like me, big W's are stacking these things by the half dozens, I guess. So by all means, grab them while it's available. For the rest of the world, if you haven't gotten him yet, I say take the time, try to find him, get yourself a copy. You won't regret it. It's a lot better than a lot of the masterpieces that we've been having, and we may have in the future. The only other masterpiece that I have, which unfortunately I don't have here, is in Manila, that I think I've had as much fun with, was the masterpiece Bumblebee from G1. I don't know if it's the character or just, I guess both of these figures are really nice, I guess. Anyway, enough of me babbling. That has been the review of the Transformers movie, or sorry, Bumblebee movie masterpiece Bumblebee figure. And this has been Grim Trigger. If you like the review, please do leave a like, leave a comment, do share the video, and please do subscribe. And as always, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.